Hey guys, I'm Wayne, and I'm going to be taking you through a few short videos to show you how to use some of the features in the Virtuworx platform, both from the controls, how to move around, and what to do in some of the environments. It's going to be a fun little journey, so I look forward to seeing you in the next video. First things first, let's look at the HUD, or the heads-up display. That consists mainly of these items that you see on the screen in a fixed position. What these will do will determine how you can interact with other people, how you can move around the platform, and how you can see where your friends are, etc. So let's go through a few of the basic ones now. The first one at the bottom over here is your microphone icon. If you're talking, you'll see that it flashes green with a few aerial symbols around it, and that's to indicate that your mic is active and that people around you can hear you. If you want to change that and you want to mute your microphone, you simply put your mouse over the icon, click it once, and you'll see it go red. This means that no one around you can hear you anymore. Next up, we're going to look at the three arrows pointing around the main HUD wheel. Let's start at the top. If you want to express happy, or you approve of something or agree, or you disapprove and disagree, you simply click the thumbs up and thumb down. This can just be used to show a specific emoticon on how you feel about something, or if someone asks for a general sense around the room, you can use those. There is also the hands up, so if you have a question or there's something that you'd like to ask, you can click that button for assistance or for attention. And the final one is AFK, which stands for away from keyboard. This is the general acronym used to let people know that you're not presently in front of your computer and that you won't easily respond to them. Don't worry if you leave for a few minutes and you left it unattended, this will come up automatically for you. Let's take a look at the right-facing icon on the HUD wheel. On this arrow, if you click it, you're going to get two different buttons. The first one is Request Help, the second one is the Friends list. Let's start here. If you click the Request Help button while in the Virtuworx platform, a notification will be sent to the in-house support team help desk, and they will dispatch someone to come and help you with any queries you may have. If you click the Friends list button, it will open up on the right hand side of the screen a list that shows you your friends, who's online, and if you're in party with anyone. We'll cover this feature later. If you don't have any friends, you can look for friends that you may have, find them, and when you click on that name, it will give you a list of options. In this case, I want to add them as a friend. Now when I go to my friends list, they will appear and they will show as online. From here, if I'd like to join a party with them, which means put me into a group with some special features, I can either say invite to party, or I can message them with direct message. If they're in a scene that is different to me, I can click on the join button and it will teleport me directly to them. And then finally, there is underneath it the unfriend button to remove them. Next, we'll take a look at the downward facing arrow on the HUD wheel. If opened, you will see three different icons relating to movement and navigation in the Virtuworx platform. To better understand how they work, let's first break down how you get your character to move around from A to B. This is generally done with your native mouse and keyboard combination, where your WASD keys will help you move left, right, forwards and backs. Let's see how this works. If holding down W, your character will continue to walk forward. If holding down S, your character will walk back or the opposite direction. A takes you left, D takes you right. You'll notice that that key configuration is the same as the pattern of the arrow keys on your keyboard, and those keys do the same thing. Forward arrow, back arrow, left, right. The next thing is understanding how your camera controls work. This is controlled by holding down the right-click mouse button and moving your camera around. You'll see that as you pan your camera on your mouse, your viewpoint will shift. If used correctly in conjunction with your WASD keys or your arrow keys, your character will walk forward and the mouse will control its view. But note that while shifting your mouse position, your character will change direction based on the direction of the curves of your mouse. Seems a little bit confusing at first, but if you practice a little bit, you'll find it quite a versatile way of getting around. The second and more easy way is to just point and click on the ground and your character will walk there. You will note that in this way, the character's camera does not shift position, but stays focused in one direction. These are where we can use these keys to change how that works. If you hit the mouse key on the side, you will notice two arrows pop up on either side of the character. In this mode, your right-click mouse button does not change if you hold it down and drag it around. Instead, if you point and click on the ground, your camera will automatically change positions based on the way that you are pointing. And to further help navigation, if you move your mouse over the arrows but don't press it, the second your arrow is in connection with your mouse will automatically swing your camera in each direction. This is a lot easier for Mac and for trackpad users who don't usually use a mouse around them. So point and click and you run. The second is if you look at your WASD keys, they also work. So all that this mode does is take care of the camera controls for you. Clicking that button again cycles you back into normal mode, and you then control your camera with your mouse click button. The only difference between these two is you can then cycle your camera toggle as well. What this will do is it will, when pressed, change your perspective to first person view. So now you no longer see your character's avatar, but you rather see what the viewpoint is from your character. And if you walk, you will then get the view of the character. The second way, you can also toggle the removement of the mouse camera in this mode, and it will work just the same. So it's important to understand that you can select and toggle on and off or switch between the states of the way you move, as well as the camera that you prefer, first person or third person. The final wheel on this button on this wheel is if you click that man-shaped button, you will get the teleport menu. There are two different ways to change the environments that you're in the Virtuworx platform. You can either go through one of the different tabs in the teleport menu to one of the many different areas in the Virtuworx platform itself, or if you prefer, you can locate a doorway into another area that will be marked with an exit sign above them in the environment around you. The final button on your HUD wheel is the circular one on the left hand side. What this does is it helps to clear up your UI and remove everything mostly off screen so that you have more visual real estate in your day-to-day operations. When pressed, it will depress and move everything to the side, and then you can open your HUD wheel again to get all of your different buttons. As a bonus, you can look at the middle wheel over here and see the PDA. What this is, when pressed, is it opens up a personal browser tab for you to use at your leisure. It works like a normal browser where you can make searches, open tabs, close tabs, return to home, and if needed, sign into your platform. This is a private browser, so no one else can see it. It is just for you to have personal use. If you click on the zoom magnifying glass button on the bottom corner, it will fill up more of your screen, giving you more real estate to do browsing with. And when pressed again, it will return it back to the bottom corner. To close and remove that, simply click the blue icon wheel again, and that removes it from your screen. Let's take a look at text chat. To open the chat box, you look for the left-hand side of the screen and look at the Open Chat tab on the side. When clicked, it opens and slides in the text box. This gives you different channels in which you can talk. Either the global for the entire server, room for the room that you're in our case the courtyard, party if you're in a party with someone else, as we showed in the friends menu, and whispers is for one-to-one direct in communication with someone that no one else can see. So this would be a private message. All you simply do is click where it says say something, type hey up, and click enter, and that will send the message off to everyone else in that channel. To close it, you click the X in the top corner and it will slide the box back into its default position. Earlier on, we discussed the teleportation and how to change from one place to another place within the platform. This can be done in two ways. You can either use a physical door located in different areas of the environments, or you can use the menu. Let's start with the door, and in this case we're going to head our way through to the offices. When entering a door, you'll be shown a loading screen indicating that you are changing scenes, and once located it will drop you into the scene by where you can explore and look at different areas. The second way is to use the teleport menu. When opening the teleport menu, as we mentioned earlier, you will see that there are a number of different tabs showcasing the different types of environments that Virtuworx has to offer. Here we can see some social areas. We can see that there are areas for education, which is growing rapidly at the moment. We can see some of the different events that we have on. We can see some industrial scenes like our oil and gas training refinery. We can see some different areas for remote work, and we can see some different art galleries. Let's try and go to an event space like the GBC lobby or the auditorium. If I wanted to click any one of these, you will see the mouse over effect change when my mouse is hovered over it, indicating that I'm about to select something. To select it, you click the left mouse click button once over the icon of your choice, and it will teleport you as if you had walked through a door.